And then I gotta get. Hello, today is Monday, February 7th. And it is my daughter and my son-in-law's anniversary. And 7 years ago, we were in New York City filming a TV show, and the wedding was on the show. This is why I remember these things. If you don't know about my TV show, ask me. All right. So we're going to start with the small ball. I'm going to use this one. And you're going to put it down on the floor so that you can roll your foot on top of it. So if you're using a can, right, you just want to lay it so that you can push your foot back and forth. So whenever we do any kind of fascia work like this, I like to compare sides. So after we do this side, we'll compare the feet just to see how they feel. Just push straight down the middle to the heel and to the second toe, straight down the center. Doesn't have to be hard. Turn my lights on. Down and back. Good, and then stop in the middle so that you can put some pressure on your arch. And you don't have to push a lot, especially if you have a ball that's kind of firm. So you just press down into it and then you back off and you press down and back off. 2 more. Good. And then we're going to push it forward a little bit so that you can rest your toes on top and see if you can put your heels down, your heel down on the floor. And then you're going to kind of swing the top of your foot back and forth like that. So we're going over the toe joint, which is nowhere near the actual toes. Doing a little ankle manipulation. Good. And then we'll go to the heel. So here you can press pretty hard, right? You can push pretty hard on the heel here. Press down, lift up. Might not even feel it. Press down and lift up. Good. So we'll do a comparison between the 2 feet. So just let that foot rest on the floor next to the other one. And just take a moment to explore or experience if there's any differences between the 2 sides. You can lift the toes up. Compare the outside edges. Compare the width from side to side. All right, we'll go to the other side now. So you're just going to go straight down the center and back, down and back. Over that arch. Good. Stay in the middle. Put a little bit of pressure on that spot. Ooh. So in the snow, we're in these boots all the time, right? So the feet don't get to have a lot of movement. All right, push down towards your toes and roll side to side. This one will be hard if you have a can of food, you can just go back and forth like that. Or a condensed milk, black beans. And then we go back to the heel, and you just do some straight pressure down into the heel and lift up and press down. Uh-oh. 2 more. Mary must have got booted out. All right. Go ahead and take your foot off of there and place both feet down on the floor. We're going to roll down and get the ball or the can, depending on what you're using. First, let's just lift and move the ankles here. Up and down. One more time. All right, let's go get the ball. We're going to do the same thing in our hands that we did with our feet. So if you've got a can, you can put it on your leg and you can push it back and forth. If you have a ball, put it in the middle of your hands. Just rubbing the palms. Good. Then push the palms together with the fingers relaxed. You can pick up the can for this one if you want. Just pushing into the rounded sides and release and push. Wrists super relaxed, fingers super relaxed. So just pressure into the palm. One more time. Good. And then we'll go on to the leg, pushing back and forth through the hands. You're going to push through the fingers. So you're going to kind of go down each finger. Whoa. Almost lost my ball. Back and forth. Hard to get to the thumb. Good. Take the ball out towards your knee or your can, and then just try to let your fingers bend here, right? So you just push down and up, down and up. It's hard for me to get all my fingers on there. Down and up, down and up. So it looks like this. Bending the fingers, bend, down and up. One more time. And then you're going to grab it with your thumb and your first finger. Okay. Give it a squeeze, give it a squeeze. So we're just manipulating the hands here. One more time, go to the first and second finger, or second and third, depending on how you look at it. Like that. And then the next set. Nice big stretch in between the fingers. Go to the last 2 fingers. Good. Put your hand down. Same thing that we did with our feet. Just let the hands rest on the legs. See if you feel any difference between the two. Let's go to the other side. Push back and forth, down the fingers. Pretty music. Music in the back. Good. One more time. And then grab it with your thumb and your first finger, give it a squeeze. Whew. Little sore in this joint today. Squeeze it, release it, but don't drop it. Squeeze it again, release, squeeze again, release. Go to the second and third finger, trying to fit that between your fingers. Yeah, if you have a bigger ball than this, it might be hard to do. But you can always just put it down on your leg, right? And just, the point is just to split the fingers apart, right? That's all. So if the ball's bigger than this, then just rest it on your leg. One more time. So I would, when you're out and about, I would add this into your basket of toys. Some kind of ball like this. Tennis ball's good. Hands press. Press. And press. Good. All right, hold whatever you're using between your knees, unless it's a can. Don't hold the can between your knees. Okay. Please, I don't want to drop it on your feet. So if you don't have, you can take this and you could munch it up like that and hold that between your knees, right? Okay. Lift the heels up and down. Ooh, it's coming back. Lift and lower. Three more. Two, pull that tummy in to get those knees to come up. And one. Good. Heels stay down. I'm sitting kind of at the close to the front side of my chair. I'm going to just roll forward. Come back up. Roll down. One more time, roll down. And come back up. You're going to lift up your arms open and roll down. Roll up, lift up your arms. One more time, roll it down. Come up and open your arms. Good. Grab your band. So we just worked out the fingers and the hands. So now we're going to put the band in our hands, which is going to create, you know, a little bit of chaos. Hands, but that's okay. All right, we're going to start with the right foot. The bands, they're kind of sticky, right? They're sticky in your hands. So you don't have to over grip them. Just hold them gently, especially after we just worked on our hands. I'm going to lean back here, come all the way back to the back end of my chair, pull the elbows back a little bit, bend and straighten the leg. I'm going to try and skim up just above the floor, right? So my foot doesn't touch the floor, up and down. Hands are relaxed. I'm going to squeeze my leg at the top. Squeeze. Two more, one more time. Hold here. Pull back on your band a little bit. We're going to use this upper leg muscle here to lift our leg up and down a little. You're also going to use the band. It's going to help you. So you're going to come up and down. Up. Woo. Four more. Four. If your leg doesn't leave the chair, that's okay. If you think about it, that's enough. Go out to the side and in. So I'm skimming the back of my thigh on the chair. Still holding here, but I'm not over gripping with my fingers. Four more. Three. And one. Good. I'm going to scoot forward, put my foot down so that the band is underneath my foot. Okay. Flip my hands over. So now they're facing inward. And I'm going to try and lift up the band. So this is a pretty short band I'm working with. So I'm gonna only lift it as high as my shoulders are okay with, right? So I'm just gonna explore where that is. And if I want to get like really aggressive with it, or I have a longer band, I can come way up here, right? If your shoulders and your band and all that will let you do that, go ahead. Much bigger effort here. Last two. Up. One more time. And down. Good. So do what's right for you. We all have different length bands. We all have different shoulder things. So you have to accommodate your needs. Scoot back again. We're changed to the other foot. We're going to just bend and straighten the knee here. Get that knee joint moving. 3 more of these. Good. Keeping the leg up, maybe making the band slightly tighter because you're going to lift this leg off the chair using these long top leg muscles here. There's 4 of them here. So you're going to use those. We're going to come up and down. So you don't have to use the band at all. You can do it without using it at all, right? If you want. Much harder. I like the help. Last 2. 1 more. Good. Now slide out and in. I'm going to keep my toes pointing to the ceiling the whole time. If you have any hip things like replacements and if this bothers it, then limit your range, right? Maybe you go this far, right? 2 more. 1 more. And in. Put your foot down, scoot forward. Okay, this time, so I'm going to bring the band in between my legs here, both ends. This time we're going to twist. Okay, right to left. So I have both hands on the band. Okay, and I'm only using 1 foot because if I use 2 feet, it makes the band shorter. And it's already short, right? So we don't want to make it any shorter. So we're going to lift up and down. So figure out where you want to stop your lift, right? Here we can't go all the way up, right? The bands are together. Once you're there, you're going to twist right, left, center, down, up, twist, twist. If any part of this hurts your shoulder, drop the band, lift up, twist, twist, center down, twist, twist. 1 more time, up, twist, twist, center and down. Good. All right. Take the band out from underneath your foot. Put it across your lap. Sit anywhere on the chair that you like. This is called chest expansion. So the rib cage is gonna pop out when you take an inhale, and you're gonna hold your breath as you turn your head right to left. To help us do that, we're gonna use our band. So I'm gonna go over the front of my knees. If you have arms on your chair, you're gonna have to lift your arms up a little bit. Otherwise, arms are right down next to you, okay? So you're gonna pull back. This is gonna pop the chest. You're gonna turn your head right and left, and then you're coming forward. So the inhale is the pull back and the turn the head. Ready? Big breath, inhale. Turn, easy exhale. So we don't want to get dizzy, so let your body adjust. We're just gonna do 5 of these. Pull back, inhale, turn, exhale. 3, 4. One more time, 5. Center and down. Good. I'm going to make this a little bit shorter. And I'm just going to roll over the knees, coming down. And then I'm going to come back up. So we did this in the beginning. You're going to lift your arms here. Open. Exhale, roll down. Roll up. Little back bend here if you want. Roll down. Fix my hair. Good. 2 more, please, while I do this. All right. So, holding the band, finding a distance that you're comfortable with, that's challenging, but doesn't pinch or hurt anything, right? So you're gonna pull the band apart. It's not touching my chest, it's just in front of it, all right? And now I'm gonna twist to the right, to the left, my right, your left. Twist, come back, and then I'm gonna go the other way. So I wanna keep my legs really still. So my lower body stays still, and my arm and my torso move together, right? So I don't bring my hands in front of me or my arms in front of me. Ooh, one more each way. Twist and center and arms down. Yeah. Okay. So no band for this one. So we'll come up and swing down. And see if you can keep the top of the shoulder quiet. So lift up and swing down. And up. Now start letting your body kind of go along for the ride with this. So lift and down. Up. Just getting some movement in that torso. One more time. Up and down. It's like the wave, right, at the baseball game. The wave. Okay, now we are going to go side to side. So arms are lifted. They're not by your ears. They're a little in front of you. Now we're going to go side to side. And again, the lower body stays connected to the chair. The upper body sways side to side. Good. Now let your arms kind of go like you're a palm tree. One more time. Good. And come center and come down. Roll your shoulders back. One more time. Good. So we're going to add that in. So hold your band. You can pull this apart as much as you like, giving you a little bit of an extra challenge, or you can keep it nice and soft. You lift the arms and we go side to side. Try to keep your head in the middle of the arms. One more each way. Good. Arms come down. Shoulders roll back for 3, 2, and 1. Arms lift, twist, lean over the side, come back up, arms come down. So you can lift your arms to any height that you want, right? You can bring them to here, twist, go over the side. So just a little bit of an angle, right? Turn my left shoulder towards the back of the room, and then I just lean over in that direction. Okay? So we're gonna add the band. I want everybody to try the band because the band connects the whole body together, right? When your arms are not holding anything, it's totally different. So pull apart slightly so you've got some tension, lift the arms up, turn into the corner, come over, come up, center, arms down. So you can use the front hand to actually kind of pull you back up a little bit. Lift, turn, you go over, and then use that front hand. That'll lift you back up, arms down. Lift up, twist, over. Pull, center, down. How's our shoulders doing? Up, turn, over. So I'm not pulling the band a lot, one more each side. Up, twist, over. They get better the more you do. Last one, up, twist, over, and back, and down. Okay, shoulders back. Good. All right, taking the band, okay, top of the legs, feet, knees right next to each other. Squeeze your legs together. Go underneath, cross, come back up to the top. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull it a little bit so it gets a little bit tighter around my legs. Okay. Then I'm just going to hold the band in my hands, nice and easy, no pinching with the fingers or anything. And then I'm going to open my knees out. Seated clams. Ten more. Could do these all day, right? And again, I'm sitting kind of towards the front of my chair, so I have a lot of my leg is off the chair. One more. And 10. Good. Take a little break. Now start to separate your feet a little bit. So you should feel a tug on the band right away. So we're just going to do the right leg. So left leg is going to stay still, and you're just going to open and close the right leg. This is hip work. It's pretty contained. I'm trying to keep my feet flat. So my big toe does not roll off the floor. 2 more. Both sides are working because one side is not moving. Now we go take a little break. Now we go to the other side. Okay. Out and in. Ooh, look at that. Toe wants to come up on this side. Big toe stays down. Mm-hmm. 4 more. And 3. And 1. Good. Legs back together. Bring your feet back together. Bring your knees back together. This should be fine. Your hands should be fine because you're not over gripping this. Because these are sticky, they'll kind of stay where they are, right? So you're going to lift your heels up. You're going to open both knees. Heels are together. Close, come down. Up, keep your heels together. Push out, in, down. Up, open, open. Last 2, up and open. One more time, up and open, in and down. Good. Unwrap that. Nice. That's kind of tight. All righty. Underneath your right foot. So I'm going to have it go. I'm going to put the end in the middle of my feet, and then I'm going to step on it, and then it's going to come across over my foot. Right? See that? Comes over my foot. Yeah? All right, so this gives you lots of options when you use the majority of the band away from the bottom of your foot. Don't put the middle of the band under your foot. All right, so this way you can make adjustments to what we're doing. Okay. All right, so we're going to go up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down like that. So make this as loose or as tight as you want. Okay. Shouldn't feel your neck when you do it. So you're gonna go up and circle, lift and circle. My foot has to stay on the floor. 3 more. 2, 1. Good, okay? I'm gonna bring the band behind my elbow. So I just scoot my elbow underneath there, right? So it's here. This hand's gonna go on my forehead. I'm gonna side bend. Mm-hmm. 4 more. Step on that band so it doesn't go anywhere. 3, 2, and 1. Open the arm and bring it down. Yeah, so again, you can make that as loose as you want, right? You can make it super tight if you want, right? Up to you. Switch hands. Come in between your knees. Explore where you want to hold it. We're going to go straight arm to the side. Do you want it to come across your thigh? Do you want to go in front of your other leg? You decide, right? And then we're going to add a twist back. And your arm doesn't come up super high. It's about here. Okay? So you should have enough band to accommodate your range. Feeling super strong today, you go about in the middle, right? Okay, I'm gonna go in the front of my thigh, my shin, instead of over the top. This is gonna make the band a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna pull back and rotate. So my shoulder blade has to stay super connected to my back. It moves, but it doesn't pop off and move around. It glides. Last 2. Ooh, it's a lot of shoulder work. 1 more time. Back and in. Yes? All right. Flip this to the other leg. Okay, so now we're going to do this one on this side. We just worked this arm quite a bit. So work this out. Up, circle away. Add the band. Find where your tension is for you. Up and away. I see you waving at me over there. Let's do 1 more. All right, so elbow goes in front of the band, yes? So I made it a little bit longer because I'm pulling part of it back. So I started it more at the end here with my hand. Hand on the forehead, here's our side bends. Over. Yee-hee. 4 more. 4, 3. One more time. Yes. And down, come across. Other side. We're going here, right? Preferably a straight arm. So if you can give yourself enough band to keep the arm straight, that's the preference. If you can't, you can always bend your elbow. Problem is you don't get very far. So give more band, okay, for the straight arm variation. I'm going to stay in front of my lower leg on this side instead of on my thigh. Breathe in, exhale, set the arm into the shoulder joint, twist, pull back. And you can always modify by not pulling back so far, right? Pull back just a little. Woohoo! 3 more. Pull. 2, last time. Yes. and home. Gets right in the back edges of those shoulder blades. All right, let's scoot back. Give our hands a little bit of a break. Place the fingers. See if you can pull them apart. If you can flip them, and push away. And then flip them back. Good. And then we're just going to massage. So you're going to take your left hand and just massage down the fingers. Just some pressure there. And let's go to that thumb and wiggle that around a little bit. Pull it out and wiggle it. That might hurt. Sorry, but I find that it gets better as I do it. You'll run over one nerve and just like, oh. Massage the other hand. And then go to that. Oof, this thumb's tender today. Circle. This one is not happy. Yeah, if I pull the thumb out of the joint and then move it, that gives me some relief. It's time. Close your hands. Good. Okay. Let's go back to legs. So both feet in. Okay. Lean back, lift your legs up, cross the band over. So you've made an X. Okay. Hold the elbows back. You have to hold your legs up here for me. So you can, again, you can make this as tight as you want. No need to over grip the band. It'll just get stuck in your hands. It's very sticky. They're very sticky. One more. So I'm going to pull about halfway back, and then I'm just going to point and flex here. Nice ankle movement. So now I'm going to do one foot then the other. Right, left, right, left. One more time. Good. Legs down. Okay. Give your feet a little bit more room, like maybe 2 inches. And then put your heels together. Okay. And when you pick your legs back up again, try to maintain that foot position, okay? So come up, so I'm in this turned out foot position, right? I'm going to pull my band and I'm going to continue to try to turn my toes outward. So I can feel this all the way up here on the side of my hip. Out, in, out, in. Rotate the entire leg outward and inward. 4 more. 3, 2, one more time, and 1, and in and down. Good, uncross that. All right, let's put this off to the side. So I'm going to go back to my ball or whatever you're using. I'm going to take it and it's going to go underneath my thigh here. So I need to move back a little bit. And I'm just going to rest my leg down here. So if you're using one of a can, and you may not like this. It may be too much. So I don't know, use a pillow, right? So we're just moving this hamstring, those are those back leg muscles, over this firm object, right? So if you just straighten and bend your leg, it's gonna give those muscles a massage. All right. Ball's under here, maybe you can't see it. One more time, and in. Good. Okay, compare again. Right? Sit there with your legs, both legs on the chair. Compare what you just did, right, on the one side. So I feel a lot more surface area on this leg, on the chair. Switch sides. Get yourselves a ball, guys. Up and down. Whew. Give me the chills. One more time. Good. Take that all away. All right, so you can use, if you don't have one of these, you can use your squishy ball for this next part, but we're gonna kind of go into the back of the shoulder a little bit. So I'm gonna use the harder ball to do it. You can use the softer ball. So I'm gonna put my ball right against the back of my shoulder blade here, and then I'm gonna lean against the chair so it gets trapped back there. Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of twist a little bit with the ball against the bottom edge of my shoulder blade. And depending on how tight your muscles are back there, this might be like, ugh. Okay, find a spot that's kind of right in the middle of the bottom edge of the shoulder blade. Drop the arm down. Okay, so now we're going to do some circles with the arm. So you're going to come up and circle. And you're going to go back a little bit. So you'll feel the edge of your shoulder blade go against the ball. Woo! If it hurts, don't lean so hard. Reverse. One more. Good. Come forward, grab the ball. Lean back. Arms drop. Notice any differences. Try this. I notice a big difference between the two sides. Okay, other side. Right against the back edge of that shoulder blade. And then you just kind of twist a little bit to the side and back. Twist. Good. Stop. Drop the arm lift. Feel free to move the ball, you know, if it's not working for you, move it a little bit. One more time. Up and down, good. Grab it. Lean back against the chair. Arms up and down. One more time. And down. Good. Okay. That's going away. All right, we're going to stand up and do some cat cows. You don't have to stand up. You can stay in your chair. So if you're going to stay in your chair, your hands are going to go on your knees. And you'll round and lift. So the spine bends backwards and the spine comes forward. The hands stay straight. If you want to do it standing up, you're going to stand up. We're going to go to the side of the chair. Hands on top. Make sure your hands are in the middle of the top of the chair. You can always hold the sides if your wrists hurt, okay? And then you're going to curl the spine and drop the spine and curl. And exhale, scoop under and lift up. Let's do 2 more. Nice breathing with the movement. And lift. Good. So I'm going to bring my body back up to standing. So I need to lift my lower back up first and then come on up. Good. We're going to do some leg swings. So we'll start with the right leg. Let me push my camera up a little bit. Almost done, guys. This arm down, this arm relaxed. Step somewhat behind your chair instead of right next to it. Okay, so you just start with a tap front to back. Just a tap. And then if you want, you can start to swing. Now I'm going to let the rest of my body move too. So it's going to look like I'm bending and extending. Okay? I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with that, just move your leg. Just a little bit of extra movement. 2 more. Good. Both feet down, hip circles. Again, my feet stay flat, so I'm moving from my ankles, my knees, my hips. Reverse. Good. Other side. Start with a tap front and back. This is where you want to stay. This is where you stay. Otherwise, the leg swings. If that's where you want to stay, cool. If you want to add that upper body movement, Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1. Leg down. Stand right next to each other. Bend your knees a little bit. Hip circles. Hip joint moves, knee joint moves, ankle joint moves. Reverse. More. Good. Back to your cat cow on top of the chair. Inhale into extension so that you're bending your spine to the floor. Exhale, bend your spine to the ceiling. Inhale, switch. Exhale. If you want to do a little added extra work, when you bend your spine in a rounded position, you can pick your knee up. And then the other way, you can lift your leg out. Knee comes in. You can always just touch the floor in the back. One more time. Hold, we'll do 5 on the other side. So if you're not moving your leg, you just continue with this. Knee in and back. Two more, 4 and 5. Good. Stand up. Wiggle around. Lean back a little bit if you want. Woo! Yes. Yes. Love it. Thank you for coming today.